For July 16th, 2025, this is DC Action News, reporting bravely and boldly from the center of the multiverse. I'm Alex Jaffe. Our top story: God announces his retirement. At a traditional Win Hayath celebration on Earth for the New Genesis refugees from the latest war on Fourth World, Isaiah, leader of the gods of New Genesis, announced his retirement as Highfather after millennia of service. The retirement announcement comes on the heels of the death of Light Ray, one of the new gods closest to the former Highfather, at the hands of Darkseid's son, Graven. The matter of succession at this time is currently unclear, though top candidates include his biological son and recent father, Mr. Miracle, and his adopted son Orion, the spawn of Darkseid. To the former Highfather, all we have to say is that as chief patriarch to the gods of goodness and light, we never actually saw you ever do anything at all. And should that be your legacy, we suppose that puts you among the ranks of the better leaders we've ever known. The ongoing crisis in Bloodhaven of the purple tentacle monster engulfing Titan's tower has been confirmed by private security force Spheric Solutions to be the result of a fifth-dimensional incursion. Spheric is deploying experimental technology powered by what they're calling Kappa energy, a new force developed for fifth-dimensional interface. Despite prior conflicts between them, Spheric is working with local hero Nightwing to de-escalate this extra-dimensional event, arming him with a new Kappa energy-empowered costume not quite stylish enough to call Harvey Firestorm over. In business, the nation of El Caldero has scheduled their plans to debut at the Metropolis Science Expo this year with an exhibit showcasing their recent windfall of Kryptonite as a potent alternative energy source, in conjunction with Schott & Sons, a new company run by a self-aware toy drone of the original Toyman, Winslow Schott. Why debut a Kryptonite-powered technology in the home of Superman? To show off its most assuring feature, an inertron casing designed to render the Kryptonite content ineffective to Kryptonians. Asked for comment ahead of the expo, Superman has begrudgingly assented to allowing Kryptonite to become more publicly available, if it means more freely available energy for everyone. In New York City, the Titans pulled out an unlikely victory against Deathstroke's Crime Syndicate of America. The former Titan turncoat Terra, injured gravely in the fight during Deathstroke's retreat, is currently in Titan custody, as Syndicate members Mammoth and Killer Frost have been liberated from Clock King's memory manipulation and cleared of all recent charges. The status of the android Venadia, the latest inductee to the Titans to immediately defect to villainy, is at this time unknown. In Pokolistan, Batman, the Penguin, and private detective Harvey Bullock have exposed the top of the Elixir Pyramid, a scheme for the super-wealthy offering immortality to its clandestine members. Its figurehead is a man known as Perpetuum Vita, who upon his discovery by Batman and his allies has hermetically sealed himself inside an impregnable chamber for the next 5 years. Batman has arranged for local authorities to arrest Vita for multiple accounts of conspiracy for murder in 5 years' time. Up next, we have a special report from Moray Island, the refugee compound established by the elusive figure who calls himself Mouse Man for those fleeing the United States. Up until this point, all who have left seeking asylum on the island haven't been heard from ever again. But we've embedded our own cub reporter Esper Quinn to give DC Action News an exclusive first-hand eyewitness account. Esper?
Mouseman knows. Mice have ears, Mouseman knows. Mouseman knows, mice have ears, Mouseman knows. Mice have ears. Mice have ears, Mouseman knows, Mouseman knows. Mouseman knows. Mice have ears. Mouseman knows. Mouseman knows, Mouseman knows. Mouseman knows, mice have ears. Mouseman knows, Mouseman knows. Mice have ears, Mouseman knows. Mice have ears. Mice have ears. Mice have ears?
Thanks, Esper. That's all very good and normal. In entertainment news, the Zatanna Zatara tour is finally back on schedule, with a new opener. After a surprise reunion by the Justice League Dark making a grand spectacle and overcoming the vampire Lady White and the dark sorceress Allura, who have been delaying Zatanna's performances with dark magic, Zatanna's act has been joined by the legendary Basil Carlo in a commanding return to the stage after a lengthy detour into supervillainy and Batman antagonism. All previously purchased tickets will be honored unless already exchanged for water park admission. In fashion, we have an exclusive report from our own Harvey Firestorm on the hottest looks blazing the AstroTurf at Gotham's nightclub of the summer, Lunaria. Harvey?
Thank you, Alex. Harvey Firestorm here, back to dispense more fashion wisdom. And get ready, today's a crossover event, because the Dames of Doom, the anti-heroes of Arkham, the baddies of Belle Rev, the Gotham City Sirens ride again. And whatever the newest caper is, it has them hitting the nightlife in style. My sources at Club Lunaria got me the inside track on their brand new dance floor looks. So call me Michael Holt, 'cause I have the tea. First up is Catwoman, sporting a stylish, on-brand pair of cat ear headphones that my niece is already demanding I buy her for Hanukkah. The gray color with the blue accents is a new scheme, but the cool colors contrast her teammates in all the right ways. And the suit's got arrows running down the side, I guess in case Batman needs directions. Moving on to Poison Ivy, looking like she threw together something in 10 minutes and still looks better than you and I, but mostly you, ever will. And don't tell me this wasn't a rush job, because when the person ordering plants around shows up with a big antenna on her head, I know a reused Captain Olimar Pikmin cosplay when I see one. But, going third eye blind for a second, this costume is effortless elegance. The two-piece with transparent skirt, the gold accents, the Ivy accessories. I don't know this outfit's carbon footprint, but it's turning up the heat. And finally, do you remember being a teen girl in the 2000s and blowing all your money at Hot Topic? Well, Harley Quinn sure does. Harley looks ready to steal her mom's vodka and rock out to the mighty Crab Joys with a crop top vest and one purple legging that I'd say is giving punchline, but I like my kneecaps where they are. Adding her own cartoon stars to the hammer is a chef's kiss touch, and this costume makes vibrant use of Harley's card suit iconography. And the red and black hair puffs that look like roses are a great way to tell the world whose woman you are, even when she's stooping Janet from HR. And that's all for today. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a new nightclub now that Lunaria is about to become Lunariaint. Back to you, Alex.
Thanks, Harvey. We'd like to issue an apology to the Birds of Prey for continually mixing them up with the Gotham City Sirens. In our defense, all three members of the Sirens have been members of the Birds of Prey at least once. They're basically the same team. And finally, it's time to go to the movies! A blockbuster Superman movie directed by James Gunn was just released on Earth 33, and it's the talk of the planet formerly known as Earth Prime. We go now to professional comic book expert Alex Jaffe for his review. Hi. Sorry, is this a bad time? No, I guess it's not. I write all these episodes, so I wrote all this dialogue in advance. So you intentionally wrote yourself to sound unprepared? I think it makes me feel relatable. I think it makes you feel stilted. You're me. This is tedious. How did you like the movie? I want to be really clear about something. The thing I like is comics. That's why I do this podcast. Yeah, okay. Did you like the movie, though? Yeah, I like the movie. I have another podcast called 52 Pickup that I do with Geeta Jackson. We're doing a bonus episode about all our thoughts on the Superman movie for subscribers this month to aftermath.site. So if you're a subscriber, you'll find it on the bonus feed there. So you're using this to do cross-promotion. I'm using this to say I don't want to talk about the movie twice. That's fair. Do you want to do the outro? Does it make a difference? I guess not. And that's all the news on our Prime Earth. We'll be back next week. For DC Action News, I'm Alex Jaffe, and your day has now been saved. For more on these developing stories, read The New Gods number 8, Nightwing number 128, Superman Unlimited number 3, Titans number 25, Detective Comics number 1099, Wonder Woman number 23, Zatanna number 6, Gotham City Sirens Unfit for Orbit number 3, and watch Superman in theaters now. DC Action News was created by Alex Jaffe and is produced by Alex Jaffe and Esper Quinn. Additional voices by Ben Kahn and Esper Quinn. This is a listener-supported broadcast. Your contributions to patreon.com/DCActionNews are what keep us running. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast do not necessarily reflect those of DC or Warner Brothers Discovery, nor should they be read as confirmation or denial of future DC plans. Never stop reading comics. Hey!